Hello, everyone, and we're back. Let's jump right into it. We are going to be taking down Captain Burke in our little espionage.
Get ready, everyone! Send Burke a message. We need her ships to take off immediately. As soon as we meet them out of orbit, I want you to send Flanagan the exact coordinates. Understood?
Sir, yes, sir!
I'm starting to like those two.
Enemies in the proximity, Captain!
Activate the weapons. All crew to battle station.
For the children of the sun!
Well, that ended quickly.
Is everyone all right?
Affirmative, Captain!
Alright, let's continue.
Greetings, Captain Astra. Our ships are ready to leave. You should get ready. It's a long way to Ishtar Gate.
I wouldn't worry about the trip, Captain Burke. It won't be necessary for you to come with us.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Burke. Good to see you again.
Flanagan? You idiots! I told you to get rid of him!
Captain Astor and I have been talking about your intentions, Burke. I guess I've been more convincing. I knew you were a coward, but sending a children's captain to do the dirty work? I expected a bit more.
He's deceiving you, fools! Flanagan is loyal to Quartz!
You don't want to lose the little dignity you've got left. This will be quick.
Status report, Lieutenant.
Our shield generators are slightly damaged, Captain, but we're still standing!
Alright.
You moron! You brought the enemy straight to us!
Save your words, Burke! You expected us to trust you after everything you've done?
You don't know what you've done! This will mean Quartz's victory!
It's over, Burke. No one will ever again believe your lies.
You backstabbed your captain and ran away with his ship! A quick death is more than you deserve! You hear me, Burke? You got nothing to say, you traitor!
Burke's ship is down, Blaze. I repeat, Burke's ship is down.
They didn't offer too much resistance, did they?
Astra, Blaze, good job.
We didn't do it for you, Flanagan. If it were my call, you'd go right after Burke.
Luckily, you're just a lieutenant. Ain't that right?
That's enough. We've kept our word, Flanagan. It's time to leave.
As you say, Captain. We'll meet at the coordinates.
Alright, and we're heading right there. Why not?
This must be embarrassing for you, Captain Astra. Someone with your skills babysitting for Commander Morpha? Such a waste of talent.
I'm not telling you again, Flanagan. Just fly.
Yeah, we'll probably be killing him the first chance we get, after this is done, that is.
You never thought about it, Astra? Aren't you tired of following orders? Tired of the Emperor's tyranny? Since we're born, we've been told that the liberation of the Republic would mean freedom for our people. But is that the kind of freedom we're all looking for?
I told you to shut your mouth!
With someone like you in the ranks of the Renegade Army, we could put an end to this, Astra. Think carefully about it, Captain. With you on our side, we could finish with the Children of the Sun.
It's time to make up your mind. The Renegade Army is about to start a military operation capable of wiping out one of the Children of the Sun's most valuable stations. With Maiden Abyss destroyed, the Republic could move forward in the Children of the Sun's sectors, although this would definitely blow your cover. It is worth helping the Children of the Sun in this fight just to find out the Emperor's intentions. Or would it be wiser to help the Renegade Army to get rid of the Children of the Sun? It is not an easy choice. You see Flanagan and Blaze on your monitor waiting for your decision in silence. Although she is a lieutenant of the Children of the Sun, Jody Blaze is still a soldier under your command. If you decide to back Flanagan, you know Blaze cannot get out of this alive. Are you willing to sacrifice one of your soldiers to increase the chances of success in your mission? You know, I rather like those two, Blaze included. I somehow feel like I might be able to pull them out of this somewhere down the line, so I'm going to refuse Flanagan's offer.
A few exiles and a bunch of stolen ships don't make an army, Flanagan. I wouldn't trust you even if you were the last captain in the whole universe.
I see. A true shame. In that case, I'm afraid our deal ends right here, Captain. I tried to save you, but you haven't chosen wisely.
I knew you couldn't be trusted, Flanagan!
I should have executed you when we had you imprisoned!
Too late, Captain Astra. Quartz is already aware of your plans. Your epic adventure ends here.
We'll take you and Quartz down. The Children of the Sun will never forget your crimes!
I'm sick of your blathering, Lieutenant. Finish them!
I'd rather be dead than dealing with traitors like you, Flanagan. You're no more than a fistful of cowards running an army of thugs!
running back to Morpha. A brat like you has nothing to do against the renegade army.
Yeah,
Your words, traitor!
I see things differently, I suppose. You're getting annihilated.
This is it, Astra. I'll finish with you and your ship's crazy AI. I'm gonna make a necklace out of its core pieces.
Pray you don't do that for one of ourselves again, Flanagan. I'll devote more than 20% of my processing memory to find out nucleus.
Damn it! It's only 2 ships. How can they still be alive? Finish them off!
Keep pushing. We'll show Flanagan what we can do. My increased power.
Forget the lieutenant. Focus fire on the captain. I want to see his ship blowing up right now.
Status report, Lieutenant.
Flanagan's reinforcements won't stop coming, Captain! We can't face so many ships, we must pull back!
There's nowhere to go, Lieutenant. The enemy ships will chase us.
Enemy force in proximity.
More of Quartz's soldiers?
Captain Astra, backup has arrived.
The time for revenge has come, Flanagan. No one dares to turn his back on the children of the sun. Your treason will be paid with fire and blood. May the sun light your way.
Damn it! Report to the general immediately. Retreat!
Oof.
Astra, Blaze! We'll take care of the enemy ships. Head for the planet and find Quartz at once!
On your mark, Commander! Captain, we must push forward!
Good luck. We'll deal with Flanagan. May the sun light your way.
My engine's at full power.
Alright, let's just loot everything we have. Okay, time to finish this. Without hitting random debris and dying.
Quartz's soldiers, Captain! Bastards! We're going to annihilate you! It's over!
That ended quickly.
Is everyone all right?
Affirmative, Captain!
Damn it, I really like those two. I hope I don't have to end up killing them. Ishtar Gate is in chaos. Morpha's army arrived swiftly, and although the bulk of the battle is being fought in the planet's orbit, many reinforcements have already reached the surface, plunging the base into disarray. The different groups of soldiers open fire from their positions, trying to move forwards or backwards as warships rain fire from above. You and your crew disembark and meet up with Lieutenant Blaze and her soldiers. Jodie speaks at the top of her voice to be heard among the gunshots and explosions. How are we going to find Quartz? We'll have to make our way through the battle. I can barely tell our men apart from the enemy, Captain. You look up and study the battlefield. In front of you, a cloud of dust and smoke rises, illuminated by the flashes of gunshots and the explosions. And what is worse, the Renegade Army soldiers are wearing Children of the Sun uniforms, which makes the battle even more confusing. You reply, "We'll go straight ahead at the base's main entrance. I suggest, Lieutenant, that you open fire on everyone who gets close to us. There is no other way. You have to get to Quartz as soon as possible, and there is only one possible route. Let's move." Alright. Decent start. Oh boy. Hey! Without getting scratched. Good stuff. You cross the battlefield firing at everything that moves. While the mercenary clans and the criminal gangs are easy to identify, the renegade army soldiers are not. Ships are getting shot down and fall from the sky upon groups of soldiers, or crash into other ships on land. Like a deadly rain of fire and metal, you have been in many combat situations before, but you cannot recall a battle as confusing as this one. Chaos reigns on the battlefield, and although that is what you had expected, it is turning into a big disadvantage. Finding quartz amid this hell will be much harder than you had thought. You run to hide behind the smoking debris of a building to avoid the various skirmishes. Throughout the base's outer perimeter. After a while, you manage to shoot your way through the battle and finally reach the hatch, which is given access to the facility. We must get inside. You swipe your ID card through the reader, but nothing happens. The Renegade Army must have changed the access credentials, invalidating the Children of the Sun's IDs. How is this possible? These kind of settings should be reported at the communications center. You have to find another way to access the base. You could probably borrow a valid ID card from one of the dead soldiers. You look back and contemplate the maelstrom of chaos and death you would have to head towards, and immediately rule out the idea. Can you handle this, engineers? Anderson shakes her head. I'm afraid that's impossible, Captain. All our gear is on the ship. It would take us hours to hack the system without our equipment. There is not enough time. You must think fast. You step back, casting around for a solution. There seems to be only two options. One means risking your life to force the hatch open. The other might be worse than death. Yeah, I'm not contacting Hollow. That guy's a psychopath. And he might blow our cover. Force the hatch. If you cannot access the security system, you'll have to force the hatch open somehow. On your way to the base, you saw several defense posts. Although most of them have fallen in combat, one of them remains intact. If you can make your way to it, you could use it to blow open the base's hatch. You consider the strategy for a moment. Although it could work, it is still very risky. Some of your crew members have already been injured on your way to the base. Going back to the battlefront is too dangerous, but the other option means putting yourself at the mercy of a maniac like Hollow once more. Let's get to that defense post. Huh. Do I have anything that does 4 damage? Hmm. Okay, well, someone's gonna get hit here. Right, let's heal up Ito and continue. Alright. That should be the end of it, I think. Nice. Once again, you run through the battlefield, dodging enemy gunshots, and taking down every soldier who crosses your path. You reach the defense tower and quickly climb it. Fortunately, the men who were operating it have fallen to gunfire, and you just have to push aside a corpse seated in front of the control panel. Once you have taken control, you aim the cannons at the base's entrance hatch and open fire. Although the loaded ammunition is designed to take down flying targets, you focus fire on a single spot to try and breach the thickly armored hatch. It is done. You and your crew head to the facility you can now enter with ease. You must find General Quartz. You have already wasted too much time. Everyone get inside. You leave behind the battlefield. As you advance through the facility's corridors, you can still hear the explosions outside, making the walls rumble. Now that you are here, you just need to find the general. Although most of the troops are fighting outside, there are still soldiers inside the base. No big fights occur, but you do shoot down any who you come across and use their IDs to take from dead bodies to bypass the security access protocols of any locked hatches in your way. That dialogue could have used a few more commas, don't you think? Keep moving forward. Fortunately, most of the systems are too damaged to be operational. The facility has been out of order far too long, and they probably have not had enough time to fully restore its defense systems. You're all exhausted, in particular from the combat in the outer zone, and now you must stay alert in case you encounter more soldiers. Every minute you spend in this labyrinth is giving Quartz's army a bigger advantage. In fact, although you are not aware of it, the Renegade army is beginning to gain the upper hand in the battle. After reaching a huge room, you hear a gunshot whistle pass close to your head. Behind you, a group of soldiers cover the exit. It seems some soldiers have come back inside. They probably already know that the enemy has infiltrated the base. This is bad. There is no time for another fight. You have to find Quartz now. We must fight them. Patrick Jackson. We'll handle them, Captain. Lieutenant Blaze and you must keep advancing to find the general. There's no time to lose. With the rest of the crew and the lieutenant's men, we can stop them. You look at Blaze, who nods. You put your hand on Jackson's shoulder. You've become a great soldier, Jackson. There's nothing left of the boy we rescued at Zaya. If we get out of this, you'll officially become part of my crew. You've been the best recruit I could wish for. Take care. Jackson smiles. Thank you. You saved my life. It's the least I could do. Now run. We'll deal with them. Let's move, Lieutenant. You keep advancing and open the last hatch you find, which leads you to the control room. You hold up your guns and walk in slowly. The room is silent and dark, only illuminated by monitors and screens that show the chaos outside. You split up to check the place, but it seems to be empty. You get close to one of the screens where you can see your crew engaged in combat in a nearby room. Suddenly you feel the pressure of cold metal against the back of your head. General Jaden Quartz. Congratulations, Captain Astra. You finally found me. Quartz? You turn around to face him, and Quartz takes 2 steps back, standing at a safe distance. Oh no. I don't like where this music is going. Don't do anything funny, Astra. I'm pretty eager to pull the trigger. Jody Blaze, do it and I'll be the last thing you do. It'll be the last thing you do. Blaze appears next to Quartz, pointing her gun at him. Jade and Quartz, lower the gun, Blaze. You have no idea what you're doing. Take him down, Blaze. Of course I know what I'm doing, Quartz. We've been looking for you for weeks. What is she waiting for? Blaze has caught Quartz off guard. He is a sitting duck right now. Jade and Quartz, I see. So now Astra is your new friend. Maybe I should blow ahead so you can rethink about all of this, Blaze. Quartz raises the gun a few inches, but he stops when Blaze loads her gun. It's over, Quartz. Jody, Blaze. Astra is a far better captain than you'll ever be, Quartz. She would never cast her men aside as you did. You cannot help feeling a stab of guilt while listening to this. Blaze believes in you blindly. If she knew the truth, she would be the one on the verge of killing you. The lieutenant's expression shifts from anger to melancholy. How could you betray Commander Morpher? He taught us everything we knew. He took us in when no one else would have, and he raised all three of us. How could you do something like this to us? You were always his favorite. Keep listening. Is that what you call raising kids, Blaze? Morpher instructed us as his pawns, as mere instruments for his war. Do you remember a single happy moment? All he was looking for in us was a worthy successor to his position. You know it as well as me. That man is responsible for all our suffering. A few seconds of silence pass until Blaze begins to speak again, her voice cracking. Remain silent. Jody, Blaze, it's too much. Killing your partners, setting up an army against the children of the sun, dealing with the Interstellar Republic, with those who murdered our parents? What would they think if they knew what you were doing? Quartz's expression suddenly changes. Our parents don't make me laugh, Blaze. Do you really think that the commander, that man who put a gun in our hands before we were able to walk, would take care of 3 orphans out of goodwill? And here comes Polaris. This is not about the commander. We're children of the sun. Jade and Quartz, we're not. Keep listening. Quartz, don't you get it, Blaze? Morpher's been lying to us this whole time. Think about it. There's nothing Morpher wanted more than a blood heir to succeed him as unit commander. You really think an orphan can be his rightful successor? Absolutely not. The new commander must be related to Morpher by blood. Jody, Blaze, have you lost your mind, Quartz? Why would Morpher hide something like that? Mira was sick long before our birth. Even if he'd wanted a child, she would never have survived the delivery of one, let alone 3. She always hated us. We were a constant reminder of what she'd never be able to give the commander. Jade and Quartz. We were much more than that, Blaze. Morpher's 3 bastards. Hidden from Natos as 3 orphan children in his army. Remain silent. Jody, Blaze, that doesn't make any sense. Why would Morpher hide his children from the Emperor? Jade and Quartz, because we were Aquinians. The silence that follows is punctuated by the thunderous explosions outside. Quartz speaks again. Morpher didn't have to look too far. He had dozens of Aquinian slaves on hand capable of giving him what he always wanted. Blood descendants. He used them and disposed of them as soon as they were no longer useful to him. After all, no one could know, not even the Emperor himself. Morpher hid it from us all his life, and the secret consumed Mira until she breathed her last. Jody, Blaze, it's not true. You're trying to confuse us. Quartz, I saw it with my own eyes, Blaze. After Vanlith's rescue at the Dome, they extracted DNA from all the captains under Natos. under NATO's command. I looked up our files at headquarters hoping to discover who our parents were, and I found out the truth. Blaze keeps her gun aimed at Quartz, but you can see it shaking. Her countenance has completely changed, her eyes reddening. Quartz, I gathered my most faithful men and left Nova Magna with our plan in mind. All we needed were more ships to move on the attack. I crossed half the galaxy to meet with the Aquinians at the Fold and convinced the Red Tier to join us. Meanwhile, the rest of the captains strengthened our alliances with the various criminal gangs in the neighboring sectors. Blaze's tears run down her cheeks. Jody Blaze, why didn't you tell us, Quartz? Polaris and I would have followed you without hesitation. I wanted to keep you out of it, Blaze. At the time, you and Polaris had never even captained a ship. I didn't want to thrust you into a full-on war against the Children of the Sun. It was all my fault. But things are different now. Together we can strike back and fight the Children of the Sun. With Maiden Abyss destroyed, the Republic's troops will be able to advance into the Children of the Sun systems. Not only will we grant them the advantage, but Morpho will also lose his position as soon as the Emperor finds out. Together we can make it, Blaze. The only thing stopping Quartz from shooting you is the fact that Blaze is pointing a gun at him. If she ends up deciding to join him, you are done for. Quartz, put the gun down, Blaze. Are you going to keep fighting for the man who deceived us? For the man who's been torturing us over and over since we were children to turn us into his personal killing machines? The lieutenant lowers her weapon. Jed and Quartz, well done, Blaze. We're close. The only thing standing in our way is Captain Astra. Blaze looks at you confused. Blaze. Quartz, finish her. Come on, Blaze. You've only been a few weeks under her command. Astra isn't any different to the rest of the Children of the Sun. Blaze's gun is still shaking. You look at her in the eye, you can see she is hesitating. Do it. Blaze lowers her gun in tears. You have never seen her like this before. From the moment you met her, she's always acted like a strong and impassive soldier. It seems the truth has disturbed her more than you have expected. Jody Blaze, I can't. Don't do it. Quartz sighs sadly as he looks away. Quartz, it's a shame, Blaze, but you're either with me or you're against me. Quartz's shot goes right through Blaze's body, sending her to the ground. Blood begins to flow from the wound, forming a puddle around her. Quartz! You open fire upon Quartz, who quickly takes cover. You yell at Quartz in anger. How dare you? Blaze would never have hurt you. It is clear that in spite of Blaze's hatred for Quartz, she would never have been able to take down the general. Quartz, she made a choice, and you'll have to do the same as well. If you want to save her, you don't have much time left. Trying to chase after Quartz on your own would be suicide. Sooner or later, you would end up running into more soldiers. You have lost this battle. You must pull back. Blaze moans, breaks the silence. She is still alive. If you hurry to take her to the ship's medical bay, you could probably still save her, but would it be worth it? She is an enemy of the Republic, but she has saved your life. No, she has saved the life of Astra, captain of the Children of the Sun. If she knew the truth, things could have turned out very different. Even if you save her now, sooner or later you'll be forced to fight. It is time to act, and you know what to do. Damn it, I like those two. I still think there's a chance to save them. I won't do it. You have misjudged Quartz. So far, you must admit that you feel a certain sympathy for this renegade child of the sun. But even if you share a common enemy with him, you could never join forces with someone who would walk all over his own sister to achieve what he wants. He has managed to run away today, but next time things will turn out differently. You kneel down to pick up Blaze in your arms, and she whispers something to you before passing out. I'm sorry, Captain. A tear runs down her face before her eyes close. You must hurry. Go back to the ship. You leave the room and meet your crew, who group around you in expectation. You explain what happened with Quartz, and you all retrace your steps back to the ship. The frenzy of battle is over. Most of the Children of the Sun soldiers have been annihilated, and their renegade army has left for Maiden Abyss. As soon as you get to the ship, you take Blaze to the infirmary. Her crew looks anxiously at her motionless body. You get ready for takeoff. The final battle is about to begin. Take off.
Captain, we've stabilized the lieutenant.
Good job, team. Any news from Lieutenant Polaris?
It looks like the rest of the ships have left the sector, Captain. All troops are heading for the children's station.
Copy that, Mai. Redirect all power to the engines. We have a score to settle with Quartz. Now it's personal.
All right. Well, I do hope she makes it. All right. That's it for this episode. In the next one, we'll be getting our revenge and hopefully bringing those two kids back together, I think. I'll see you in the next one.